if we are using data frames, we whatever the language that we are using, we call it as DSL, that is domain specific language. Okay, we call it a domain specific language. Okay, if you are using data frames. Okay, but if you want to use pure SQL statements, pure SQL language or statements, what has to be the object here? So we cannot use the pure SQL on data frames. We can use them on what? Yeah, we can use them on
Tables.
yes, tables, right? Perfect. Just tables. So in that, out of now in Spark, we can use pure SQL language by creating tables out of data frames. I'm repeating the statement here. We can create tables out of the data frames, and we can apply pure SQL on those tables. Got it? So we can create tables. So we can create two types of tables. One is temporary and permanent tables from data frames. Why this is required? But this is used or preferred or used only to use SQL, pure SQL language. Okay, otherwise not required. If you are feeling comfort with domain specific language, just use data frames and domain specific language only. There is no performance difference or nothing when we use pure SQL language or domain specific language. No performance difference. Everything will be 100% same. Okay, so it's only the up to the developer point of view, up to the developer whether to go with domain specific language or pure SQL. Everything will be same, no performance difference at all. You got my point, guys, here? Okay, so we can create, if you want to use pure SQL language, we can create tables, temporary tables or permanent tables according to our need, and then we can use the pure SQL language. Okay, now let me just show you how to create these permanent tables and is called as temporary tables. So if we have df underscore hdfs dot, if you want to create for temporary table, this is how we create registered temp table. Okay, I call it as temp table one. Just I call it as temp table one. Okay, this is now it will. So what is that happening with this statement? You know what? A temporary table will be created with the name temp table one. From which data frame we are trying to create this table? df underscore hdfs. Got it? So from this data frame, a new temporary table will be created with the name temp table one. Okay, and if I want to apply pure SQL statement on the table, then what we have to do is very simple: spark driver dot SQL. Use a function called as SQL, and if I want to get something, how do we write? Select start from temp table one. This is a pure SQL statement, right? Select star from temp table one.
Where
Uh, uh, where
status equal to drop or something.
are I use get temp table one. I use group by. Select a count of star from temp table one. Group by. Uh, what's the column name here? Let's
Status.
take status only, because status we have only 3 status. Other values are very large. Let's do status. Okay, and finally dot show. That's it guys, it will work. Okay, let's do this now. So it is processing. Okay, don't assume that it is not, we are not getting the output. This going, the process going on. Okay, and you can see the output here, count of 1. Okay, we got the values. Fine, are you able to understand this,
Is there
guys?
any difference in memory utilization?
Not, that's what I told you. No difference in the performance at all. Nothing
Because we are
different. Okay,
storing it into a temporary table.
yeah. Now let me tell you, is data frame a temporary object or permanent object? Data frame is a temporary storage object or permanent storage object?
Temporary only. This is only
Temporary
for
only,
Temporary.
right?
temporary.
As long as the Spark job is running, it will be alive. Once the just Spark job is complete, it will be deleted, right? Data frame will be. What about temporary table?
Okay.
It's also temporary, right? Its
Yeah.
scope is even its scope is till the completion of the job, right? So internally or basically data frame and temporary are objects only. Everything is an object, okay? Everything is an object only. So they both are temporary objects only. That's nothing but we're trying to create one more object. That's it. Okay, like we have created df hdfs1 df hdfs2 3 4 here. We are creating one more data object, but which is being called as a table now, which is being called as a table, so that we can apply these SQL statements on it. Okay.
Okay.
And if I want to see the tables in that, all the tables in it, how do we do generally see the tables from a database? Sure, tables in which database? What is the default database that will be created in Hive? Default only. Or before that, let me just show databases. Let me show you this. Okay, just I am commenting this stuff.
No,
Okay.
no, the now Spark SQL will use Hive internally.
No, that's not thing. Something wrong. What is that? Spark driver, right? It's not Spark driver. Yeah. Yeah. Can you see this? What is the database
Default.
name here? Default. Okay. So if you want to create one more database, this not a problem. We can create it. That Spark driver. Dot SQL creates database, let's say db1. Okay, that's it. Create database db1, and if we try to run this statement now, we have to get we get the spelling correct, fine, right? Now we have to get two databases, default and db1. Can you see these databases here, db1 and default? Okay, fine. Now if we want to print tables now, how do you print the tables? Show tables. So whatever all the tables we create now, temporary tables, the permanent tables, all those tables will be stored under default database, or we can specify like this: db1 dot sorry, show tables in default. So the temporary table that we have created just now, that was created under what, default database that we created by default. If you try to see this now, show tables in default. What's the problem? Did we type anything wrong here? Default show tables in default. Nothing, right? DB1 already exists. Okay, fine. We're trying to create again. Just to comment this. Yeah, you can see this, guys, now. The table that was created just now, temporary table, TMP table is temporary. Yes, it is true. Okay, fine. Now I would like to create a permanent table also. How do we create a permanent table? What do you mean by permanent table? Even after completing Spark job, okay, even after completing Spark job, the table must be there. Okay, if you want to read it again tomorrow or later, we must be able to read it again, isn't it? So how do we create that permanent table? It's very simple. df underscore hdfs dot write dot save as table. I call it as permanent table. Okay, right? Dot save as table, and I'm giving the name as permanent table. So in which database you would like to save this table as? Uh, I go with now db1. db1 dot permanent. Why? Because already db1 is created. Database db1 is created, so it has to be
The
stored into
the databases will be there after the session is closed as well.
databases will be there.
Okay.
Database will be there. Only temporary tables will not be there. Only temporary tables will not be there. Okay. find show tables in DB1. So what has to be the table in default now? Uh, uh, what is role with? So the tables in DB1 and default. So in the temporary table will be, if you want, the temporary table also will be stored in DB1 only. If you want, you can do that. DB1.temp table one. So I need not to go with this default now. We'll delete this and let me run this. Something wrong. What is it? Show tables in DB1 form table.
is already created.
Show tables in DB1.temp. I think temp table will not belong to any database. Why? Because it is not going to be permanent, right? It will not belong to any database. Only permanent table will belong to some database. Let me show you that. Now we have to see permanent table under DB1. Okay. So the data is getting created. The table is getting created as permanent table, and after that it will try to show. Okay. Now you can see this, guys. Database DB1 and table is permanent table, and is temporary. No, it is not temporary. It is permanent. And temporary table is 2. Temporary table doesn't belong to any database. Okay, sorry. And permanent table must belong to any database. If you don't specify DB1 here, by default it will be returned to which database?
Default.
Default. It will be returned to default. That's what. Okay, it's very simple, guys. Likewise, we can create temporary table at any table, and you can write whatever you want. All the yeah, please.
One question, sorry. We don't have any like separate storage system for Spark, right? Then
No. From Spark 2 onwards, Spark 2 is separate. Warehouse or local. It uses now. Where do you think this permanent table is getting stored now?
local only, our local machine only.
Local machine, right? So,
Yeah.
like Hive warehouse, from Spark 2, a Spark warehouse will be created. From Spark warehouse will be created. Okay. Now I will ask you one question, guys. Already we have experienced Hive. So now we are working with tables and databases, right? There were tables and databases. So when we are working with the tables and databases, this is important, guys. Databases and the tables. So except temporary tables, permanent tables and databases, these are permanent, right? These are going to be stored permanent. Okay. So when we have these tables and databases, we need to have a storage system and we need to have a meta store. Do you agree with this? We need to have a meta store for this. So what is where this meta store is going to be stored? By default, I'm talking about Spark by default. And what about which storage system will be used for storing the data of this databases and tables? And what about meta store? Yeah, so the storage system will be by default for Spark, and this is available, or this is possible only from Spark 2. In Spark 1 there is no separate storage system or separate metastore maintained for Spark SQL. Remember that. Okay, from Spark 2 onwards, only 2.x versions only, the separate storage system, that is LFS, local system, will be used by default, and metastore will be there. So by default it will be embedded Derby. BY. So embedded Derby. This is the embedded in the sense we need not install it, comes automatically when we create tables. Okay, that will be created when we create tables and databases automatically. Remember, this part is very, very important, guys. Okay, so we can learn. We don't use this, actually we don't use this storage system and metastore in real time, but for learning purpose, but for on a single machine, if you want to work like this, then we need not to go with Hive integration, nothing. Directly we can work with Spark. We can store temporary tables, permanent tables, everything. Got it, guys? Now if you want to see it, we can see it. We can see it very easily. I will try to show you that where these are available. What is the let me save this as by default we call as PySpark. Today's third session, right? Session 3. Okay, now go here, and where is this all located? Desktop, all this, right? And fine. Now let me go to this root directory, and in the C drive, users, Knocker. I think here we have all the projects created. What is the project name? PySpark, right? PySpark. Uh, where do you have it? What is the direct out of it? Yeah, here we have simply, can you see the PySpark session 3.ipnyb, and in this, can you see some directory here? Can you see some directory here? Spark warehouse. Okay, open this. What do we have here? db1.db, the database just now we have created, and ptab. I think a temporary. This is the table that we have created in temporary table, and if you open, do we have this com table? Are you able to see this? Okay. And in addition to this warehouse, I told you that we will also have embedded Derby, right? So the database name will be represented as a database called as metastore underscore db. Where is it? Somewhere it has to be there somewhere. Mm, it will be created. I will show you. It is not visible now. That's fine, guys. Okay, just remember that whenever we are working with this database, on Spark SQL, by default Metastore will be loaded embedded Derby, and the storage system will be local system that will be created as a folder name called as Spark-warehouse. So if someone asks you, is Spark SQL to be integrated with Hive compulsory in Spark 2 versions? No, Spark SQL need not be integrated with Hive to work with. But in real time, generally we integrate with Hive, but in practicing purpose, we need not to, if you want to create permanent tables. But this here, guys, here, this creation of permanent tables will not support in, I'm repeating the statement here, creation of permanent tables is not supported uh, in Spark 1 versions, 1.x versions, okay, without Hive integration. But that is supported, but it is supported in Spark 2.x versions. Okay, remember this point. Creation of permanent table is not supported in Spark 1.x version, but that is supported in Spark 2.x version. This is important.